Question 1. What is it that you do creatively that you want to share with others? So this is an interesting question for me because I feel like my creativity is always evolving. And then I decided that that's kind of a part of it. I want to always evolve. That's a part of my creativity. Now, in music, which is my primary kind of, I guess you would say, occupation or trade, I am always trying to have songs to share. It used to be a little bit more selfish than that, but now the collaboration of the things that make a song is what I really, really enjoy. And that even goes with the riffs that I do that are background music and things like that within my own vlogs or anything that I send out to other people. I just really like having things be able to be in motion and evolve and layer. When it comes to music, I want people around me to feel whatever I want to feel in that song. If it's a happy song, upbeat, let's dance. If it is a sad, sappy song, I want them to feel the emotion that made me create that song in the first place. When it comes to the vlogs that I will be launching soon, it is about sharing stories and even reaching out and forming a community, a new community, a community that's not limited to anything or anyone or any certain topic. As far as helping people, that's a big part of my anxiety topics that I'm going to be discussing in the vlogs. But all of this is trying to be as creative as possible and let everything that I'm doing evolve into what it naturally needs to be. Can you talk a little bit about your specific creative process? My process comes from different angles sometimes. Sometimes it is just a feeling that I get that I need to figure out what those notes or chords are that I'm feeling. Not even about hearing a melody in my head, but I'm feeling dark or sentimental or excited. And I need to figure out what chord or note is going to strike that creativity. But then again, sometimes I have a guitar riff specifically in my head that's just bouncing around that I will have to take out my voice memo and sing, so by the time I get back home and get to an instrument, I can figure out what that is as well. Something that is kind of cool that happens in my head that I am very thankful for is I always have melodies bouncing in my head. Usually it is a fanfare type of melody or even a big band, jazz band kind of melody. I have a lot of classical music and marching band background, so I have all of these different brass melodies that are constantly going through my head. But then that will evolve into a rock and roll melody sometimes, because I do really think that some of those riffs and melodies are interchangeable. So all I do is try to get what I'm feeling, the emotion or the notes that I'm hearing, and I get them down onto paper or record a little memo clip just so I can try to come in and get it started, and then layer, evolve. And then if I decide that I want words, lyrics, any kind of specific melody on top, that just comes right into place. Sometimes I have to search for it. Sometimes it comes out of my ears, my mouth if I'm singing it, my fingers if I'm playing it. Sometimes it comes out so fast that I have to hurry up to catch up before it gets lost in my brain. So it really just depends on the feeling, the emotion, what I'm going through at that particular time. What makes you happiest about what you're doing when you do it? The process. I love the process. I love the layering. I love hearing it go from nothing to almost something to finally being something in the end. I love that progress. I love that process. I love to hear it evolve. I love to hear it go from just a simple little line into a full-length, catchy, hooky song. Same thing with these videos. I'm enjoying seeing the vlogs go from ideas to complete videos. What inspires you to make what you make? Starting off, I would say the people. And what it is about the people, to get a little bit more specific, is the positivity, the message, the sharing, the feeling, and the people that always have inspired me, whether it's a musician or vlogger. I love their energy. I love the way they give you that feeling. You just feel happy, satisfied. And that's truly what inspires me to do it. It's the feeling that I get while I'm doing it, knowing, well, hoping that I'm doing the same thing that others have done for me in that aspect. Has this been easy for you to accomplish so far? Why or why not? It has in some ways. In some ways, I am very good at learning a new skill and running with that new skill. But I also hear nothing but mistakes or see nothing but mistakes when it comes to my own personal inner self. So I have to go back and I have to try my hardest to perfect my craft. And that is where it starts getting hard, because I don't know how in depth to allow myself to go to make it, not time consuming, so I can still have somewhat of a life. So in some ways, yes, it has been easy to accomplish. It's been easy to take these things out of my head and put them where they need to go. But in some ways, it has been difficult because all I hear are my mistakes or what I could have done better in the process. What are the biggest challenges in being an artist? Being an artist is the biggest challenge. You are put together differently. Your mind is put together differently. Everybody has their own quirks. Everybody has their own issues when it comes to being an artist. We are all about expression anyway. So our expression button, if you will, is enhanced above everybody else's. People who are not artists, who work more mathematically or assembly line or anything, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that occupation. I have worked in several occupations and I have enjoyed different occupations that most people did not enjoy. But when it comes to being an artist, it is so hard to deal with your brain because your enhanced artistic side of things don't let you feel anything but your enhanced artistic side of things sometimes. And that brings out more emotion, that brings out more challenges, and that brings out more questions than answers sometimes. Have you had help in creating what you create? If so, how? I have help every chance I can. I surround myself around musicians who are way better than I am to hopefully soak some stuff up, whether it's information, skills, or anything. So yes, I get help as much as I possibly can, because if somebody is better at something, I want to learn why. Whenever I pull up and I see an artist who has a packed venue and they are selling out venues and I am not, my first question is, what are they doing that I should be doing? And I try to learn as much as I possibly can. The reason I am a good teacher is because I never stop learning. And that molds true into my vlogging, into my music, my riffs, my classical writing, everything. It's because I surround myself around people who are better than I am, so I can learn something from them. Agree or disagree, you are able to express yourself with what you are creating in a way that you cannot do with just talking to others. This question goes back to what I said about the music, the melodies in my head. There are two things actually that go on in my head all the time. One thing is the melodies, the music that's going on all the time. But generally, it is the background music of the Joshua Roush movie that is also playing in my head. So can I tell people and get that satisfaction? No, absolutely not. I need to show people. I need to show people what I'm feeling in the music. I have had the desire to be this reality TV show type of lifestyle, hopefully with the vlogs, not Discovery Channel or anything like that. But I have had that desire to share my story in a very visual and creative way. I have always dreamed of that. And one of the things that just makes me unique, I believe, is the fact that of how diverse I want everything to be. So not only do I want everybody to see what I want to show them, I want them to hear what I am letting them hear, listen to, while I'm showing them what I'm showing them. So putting the whole picture together, showing a visual story while I have this background music that's getting them pumped and excited, or ready to drive down the road because I'm showing footage of traveling, or something that's sad, or something that's inspirational. I get the chance to have it all put together, complete, total package. So if I did not have the ability to show, and it could only be telling, there would be a million disclaimers. There would be a bunch of instructions. I would have to say, picture this, or pretend that you're hearing this, and this would be playing in the background. So it is much easier to put in the time, blood, sweat, tears, and dedication into my project to show them the creative expression that I'm trying to create